brand. I think that each and every one of us making those small choices, and whatever choices that we can, whether it being in a profitable manner or our personal manner, is vital in making sure that we can preserve the environment that we have. Again, I thank everybody for their speeches. I hope everybody got to plant a tree on World Earth Day. Happy World Earth Day. And thank you all for investing in the planet and sharing your speeches with everybody, including me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for sharing, and especially for your patience that you have been showing for the last 2 days and being with us. And yes, my dear participants who have joined with us, I know there are a number of participants and there was a list that was being circulated in the group, but please just have patience because we have many of our participants who are joining from other countries. And so with respect to them, because of the changes in the time zone that they have, so please be patient. The speakers who have joined from India, please be patient for a while. And I would like to call upon one more speaker. Oh God, I think he left the meeting. Yes, he's there. Ambassador Safal.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to share my screen. Is it visible?
Yes,
ma'am, is it
visible? Yes, please go ahead.
So hello everyone. I am Ambassador Safal Dungana from Nepal. I am an ambassador, international volunteer, certified global trainer, chairman at Xavier Youth Red Cross Circle, which is affiliated with Nepal Red Cross Society. I also certified lifetime member, champion and social activist. So today I would like to talk about causes, effect and solution of global warming, save Earth, save the world. World Earth Day. It is a worldwide event that occurs once a year on April 22. It celebrates the environmental diversity of Earth and highlights ways of protecting our planet. Earth Day is the first event that transcends all national borders. The first Earth Day celebration took place on April 22, 1970 in New York City. Each year on April 22, more than 1 billion people celebrate Earth Day to protect the planet from things like pollution and deforestation. It is really necessary to invest in our planet, as it is vital to maintain the natural wealth of Earth to continue life on Earth. Global warming. The rising temperature of Earth's surface is global warming, which is in point of fact dangerous for life on Earth. It has negative impacts in human life and health, animals, plants, the oceans, extreme weather, crops, sea levels, hurricanes, and tropical storms. With the increase in human population, the burning of fossil fuels has rocketed up. Burning of fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gases causes which is known as greenhouse effect. Global warming. It's not a joke. Helping the Earth is helping yourself and all of us. Do something for our planet now before it's too late. Global warming is our problem. This planet is our home, and if we don't do something to protect it, who will? When the sun rays enter the Earth's atmosphere but can't escape back into the space due to greenhouse gases is greenhouse effect. These gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, water vapor, chlorofluorocarbon, hydrofluorocarbon, and nitrous oxide are produced by burning the fossil fuels, such as coal, oil, and natural gas, which prevent the heat from leaving the atmosphere. The level of sea is sort of caused by expansion of warmer seas, melting ice sheets and glaciers. Global warming causes climate change, which poses a grave threat to life on Earth in the forms of wild flooding and extreme weather. The agriculture and productivity of the nation can be affected by uncertain climate change. The global temperature is rise over time due to excess heat in the atmosphere, which is known as global warming. Causes of global warming. Harmful greenhouse gases released from industries and automobiles. Deforestation, use of scientific weapons, unmanaged waste, use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides in agricultural activities, maximum use of chlorofluorocarbon in manufacturing industry. As ozone layer is accountable for protecting the surface of Earth from the sun harmful radiation, which is UV rays. The deflection of ozone layer is happening due to greenhouse gases. effect of global warming, rising temperature, melting of Arctic ice, economic loss, effects on agriculture, loss of wildlife and biodiversity, spread of diseases, loss to natural habitat, relocation, threat to small island and human health effects. Social impacts of global warming, poverty, loss of livelihood, hunger, global food and water shortages, displaced people and malnutrition. Solution of global warming. Planting more trees can be a good step towards removing the problem of global warming. Reduction of greenhouse gases, reduce the carbon dioxide emission, avoid burning fossil fuels, support public transportation and carpooling, use of alternative energy such as solar energy, reduce, reuse, and recycle, turn off electronic devices, avoid products with a lot of packaging. We all should be nurturing our planet every day. We all should be nurturing our planet every day. Earth Day is a prime opportunity to demonstrate our support for environment. Recycle, compost, reduce your carbon footprints, use natural energy sources, and help keep our land, air, and waterways clean. We can invest by planting trees around the house. Our planet is an astonishing place. However, it needs our support to thrive. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Safal. That was a lovely presentation with lovely messages coming up. Can you just stop sharing the screen?
Okay, ma'am. So how can I
Please just stop sharing the screen. Okay, thank you. That was really lovely messages, very great messages like also, and the effects of global warming that you discussed, that was really great. And yes, when we have one more great educator from India, Dr. Kalpana Dikshit ma'am. I take this opportunity to call her on the stage. Yes, Dr. Kalpana Dikshit ma'am, please take over.
Okay, thank you, Idym. And this
Yeah,
is a
ma'am.
really very wonderful opportunity to participate in this Earth Day, because this is a prime concern of the day, and we are celebrating our planet. This is very much important. So, not spending more time, I will just share my screen and present you a new concept. This is the green school and model and concept of a green school. How can
Wow.
we run a green school? Okay, I like to share my screen. This is there. Yes. It is visible to you all?
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Okay. So for today's conference, I am heartfully thankful to you all, and my topic is sustainable strategy and model green school. I am Dr. Kalpana Dikshit from India. Green education concept. Naturally, it is well known that if we are conducting something about education and expanding our information, sharing the information about green concept and green education, so that is a comprehensive program that provides students with a meaningful hands-on, real-world, and authentic learning experiences outside of the traditional curriculum. So, green school is a new concept, and in many countries and in our India also, this is working very smartly. Few schools have adopted the green concept very well. So, a conceptual framework of a green school. What is this? This is performance, student performance, and building performance. Then pedagogy, science and art of education, communicating the information about climate and earth. Community. This is the community of the uh, global community of the environmental support candidates. And this is the responsibility of the school principal, administration, and leaders to execute the green education program effectively and efficiently in each and every school. Now, since this is a new model, so now all the schools are not running this, but few schools are operating this system. And green education strategies, how can you impart the green education among the student, the value of the planet, the value of the Mother Earth? This is incorporating sustainable principles into coursework, enforce sustainable living concept every day, in every moment, every activity. Aware about green teaching and learning resources and institute, industry, and expert collaboration. This is very much important to operate a green school because the green resources we can bring from all these sources. Then green building concept is sustainable products and materials. This is not a concrete building of a school. This is a green building which combining our structure or a building with very much greenery surrounding the school, in the school and in the campus and passage also. And sustainable activity, all the teaching learning activities are based on sustainable activity. Every time we have to conduct some environment related activities, quiz, concept forming, role model, role playing, and the essay competition, extempore, drama, all this content, all these activity must be focused on the environmental concern, climate change, and all other aspects of environmental education. Then principles of the Green School program. What are the principles? These are basic principles of Green School program. With teaching and learning, we can impart the concept of resource conservation, pollution reduction, energy conservation, waste reduction, and protecting the planet, ecological balance. This is also very much important. The next is this feature of Green School program. What are some important prime features? This is environmental policy. We have to discuss and we have to protect and save the environment. Social performance. We should interact with the society so that we can connect and communicate environmental related information to the society also. Economic analysis. We have to analyze the economic data and facts so that we can gain information what the adverse impact the climate is causing. And then other is energy resource efficiency. We have to know about the transformation of energy, different forms of energy, and all the students, teachers, and leaders must know about this energy transformation concept. And regional priorities, we have to focus on regional priorities also. Then this is a green school model. This is a combination of students, staff, and faculty, and how they will work. They will work under the supervision of good leadership. Then culture and climate, they will discuss about the culture and climate. And then they will focus on the equity, sustainability, and also on the good health, both human and planet itself. And they will facilitate the operations, other operations and activities. What are the values of green schools? This is irrespect. What is this? Integrity, responsibility, equity, sustainability, peace, empathy. Impact of green education. These are very broad impact. Instill respect and wonder, create a sustainable way of life, enhance critical thinking capabilities also, so that students can analyze how the climate impact and how can we remove this barrier of a healthy climate. Then promotes healthy way of life and sustainable way of life. Then much needed change of places, develop a sense of responsibility and environment is as a potential carrier. Nowadays, a new carrier emerged very highly. That is the sustainable development officer, sustainable development director, coordinator. Each and every corporate sector requires this type of position. Even in school and colleges also, they require an environmental expert for communicating all sorts of information. So this is a new area and emerging area of career. Then other thing is that essential components of a green school. That's our outdoor learning and exploration. This is not a closed classroom activity. These are outdoor activities. The students will go in the ground in the garden, in the passage, and they will find a different species of plant and trees. They find the application of these plants and seeds and all that nature. They study biology, botany, geology, chemistry, physics, everything in the open air. And green transport. School must utilize the green transport by saving the fuel and energy. STEM and the future of sustainability. Science, technology, maths, and engineering is also important concepts of this environmental and green school model. Then green land, pure air, and biodiversity. This is the very important concept and content of this curriculum. Then green and healthy schools and communities. We have to generate and create healthy communities, those who are ready to protect the environment. Food and agriculture. We have to focus on plantation and we have to focus on agriculture. And waste management, we have to we have to maintain a specific strategy to manage our waste of the school and community also. Sustainable living, we must focus on this aspect also. Then energy conservation, this is very important. How we can utilize a solar energy in our school concept. There are some activities. I'm moving fast because the bell is ringing very fast. Okay. Thank you so much. And I am really appreciate your effort for standing for the planet research. Thank you very much. Thank you, Engineer Abhinav sir, IDBM team, all the wonderful speaker and leader present here. Everyone has given a wonderful concept here. And I would like to thank you again. Thank you, Anjum, and all the team. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. And you always come up with something unique, and that was yes, very unique concept. We can say yes. Though I have heard about green school, but I have been listening to the speakers in the last 3 days, and this was something I found for the first time. And so much, so beautifully you presented about the green schools. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for joining with us. And with this, I would like to call upon the next speaker, Preeti Dabani, ma'am. Preeti, ma'am?
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Please.
Yeah, I will finish within 2 minutes only. I won't be taking much time as others are waiting. As we all know, the Earth Day is celebrated on 22nd April. But my question to all of you is that why only one day? We should celebrate it daily by taking its care. We should plant the trees, save birds, save water. In short, we should save our ecosystem for better tomorrow. Today's pain will be tomorrow's gain. We should nurture our earth with love and care. Don't wait for anyone. Just start with you. You are the creator. I conduct many activities at my school like plantation. Then we collect plastic per month and we give it for recycling purpose. We actually have cycle rally also to reduce pollution, to spread awareness about using vehicles in less number, and we should make use of cycle. Then we are making paper bags, seed balls. So all these environmental activities are conducted by our school. So I would like to have one slogan: Green Earth today, oxygen for life tomorrow. I have put earth, and in front of earth I have used few adjectives: E for evergreen, A for aesthetical, R for realistic, T for tactical, and H for honest. So by combining all these 5 words, I would like to make one sentence. We should use honest and tactical strategies to make our earth evergreen, aesthetical, and realistic. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yeah, ma'am, and thank you so much for this wonderful message. That was really a very creative message. I think the long form of thought and how you put those words into sentences. That was really great listening to you. Thank you once again, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
And I take this opportunity to invite another speaker from Bangladesh, who is President and Ambassador Noor Ahmed, sir. Noor Ahmed, sir, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, sir, please go ahead.
All right. So, yes, thank you so much, my dear sister, for giving me the floor. And thank you so much, my dear brother, Ravi Shankar, and entire IDM group of companies for doing such a wonderful event from the last 2 days till now. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you who have joined from the different parts of the world today. My name is Ambassador Noor Ahmed. I'm from Bangladesh. I'm international speaker, moderator, educator, SDC ambassador, peace ambassador, youth activist. Most importantly, I'm a humanitarian activist. So, as you all know, from the last 2 days till now, all the eminent speaker, teachers, professor, all of the people have been sharing such a wonderful speech regarding the Earth Day and at the action point we can do for our rest of the life to make all the climate more perfect rather than that we are experiencing right now. So yes, I will try to skip all the action plan that already shared by others and try to share something new that will actually help to others to know something for action plan. As a youth activist, I would like to focus some of the action that youth can do apart from their study, as well as some other personnel can also part of it. Number one, that is tune into Art Day Life. I repeat, tune into Art Day Life. What does it mean? Right? So there is a lot of radio station. There's a lot of television broadcast channel. So if every single channel or radio broadcast, they can make 1 or 2 minute Art Day Live by sharing some of the information regarding the ongoing Art Day events in a day, or they can also share some of the action plan that have been doing by others in the time of tuning the Art Day Live. So that would be actually help for others feel inspired that yes, I'm doing something for the green nature. So I feel more inspired that my action point is telecast by the channel. So this is the way we can also inspire the humanitarian activists to make them more inspired to do more action with youth. Number two, I'd like to focus use internet rather than trees. Yes, this is partly actually utilized by shared by other teachers, but I would like to flag out once more. Think about it. Last 2 years, the COVID time, last 2 years, we have been stuck in our home, even from our office, we also do a remote office. So every single thing we are doing through internet. So if we are using the internet and complete our education from the 2 years internet based, why we're using the paper-based education? Yes, by overnight we can actually reduce the paper use, but we can gradually use the paper use because the country like Bangladesh, like India, a lot of huge students are there. So for the exam preparation, for the class preparation, they have to have a lot of paper for students. So if the exam, at least part of the educational thing is transformed through the online, through the digitalized, I would like to focus that will actually definitely work to reduce the trees. Reduce the paper. That ultimately, we don't have to cut the trees to make the paper. So number three, that is also very unique, I think. I'm not sure if it is also matched with others. So fight climate change with diet change. I repeat, fight climate change with diet change. That is your diet. This is another creative one. Look about it. We are actually taking some rich food. We have to love to take the junk food and some other food. So that's also actually not that much healthy for our health, right? So we have been facing a lot of diseases regarding that, the impact of those. So if we make some diet change with the link with the climate change, that will definitely another great work. Trust me, If you are a homemaker, if you are a student, if you are doing nothing, like you are not doing business, you are not doing office and any kinds of thing, you are working in your home, that as a homemaker, you also be a part of the climate action. Try to do something. I think your diet change in line with the climate action. Yes, I would like to focus the another portion that I have seen that a lot of youth have a great non-profit organization, the youth parliament and some other way. Even if the efficient person like you, that you have shared your beautiful words towards the youth, towards the people, you can advocate for the climate education. I repeat, climate education. Most of the students don't know about it. Most of the students even don't know what is SDG mean. Even most of the students don't know what they are actually the action. So advocate the climate and advocate for the climate education is the another, I think, another footprint for the people who are actually doing something for the human nature. Yes, of course, to inspire all the youth or inspire all the students, we can actually make an event like join the Global Arts Challenge. If you're making some challenges, give some activities challenge, see, something gonna happen. I repeat, something gonna happen. In spite of sharing your words, in spite of sharing your views, trust me, all the students or youth, they are not that much inspired regarding that. Make some event, make some climate action challenge, make them inspired, make some difference because they will feel inspired. They will feel definitely delighted because only the education can give the ultimate satisfaction. The other satisfaction will definitely work for the human, for the nature. So that will also another great footprint for the people. And of course, all of we are using the smartwatch, right? So smartwatch, smart device, every single device can calculate your carbon footprint. Calculate your carbon footprint. Try to figure out that what kind of, I mean, how much you have been responsibility by doing some kind of climate action, because your footprint can be your another climate action. Think about it. You're now sitting in your home. You can also doing and being a part of the climate action. So this is another perfect way I have to say. And yes, for the some other international platform and some other non-profit organization, they make some event for occasional purpose. Try a team. Try to make a team. Or youth, you can make a team to organize a community cleanup. All the thing like a community cleanup also being a part of the climate action, because this is also a great thing that will help the others and make them feel that yes, I have to have the responsibility for my society as well. So do some action. And the another one, ask for the green power. You know what? Most of the wastage are not being used for the power plant, biogas power plant. In our village, uh, though the wastes are used for the fertilizer, but in the urban area, we actually throw our wastes for the dustbin, for the bin, and the specific location. But we are not actually using the bag, I mean, the bin, sorry, for the garbage to make some power plant event. That also can also increase the power plant, biogas power plant. That also makes some fertilizer. It's also make a part of the electricity and some other things. Try to do, though this is not able to for the student, but it can be able to for the government regulators. And absolutely switch all the payment procedure to online. Don't use the paper money paying for your shopping, for your other purchasing or buying something. Try to switch all the payment method into the online. That would be another great, I think, footprint for the climate action. And I believe that the action that is so much thing that is need to be more addressed. That is already shared by IDYM group of companies. The 3 days are they're sharing a lot of way. And yes, of course, another one, take picture of pollinators. I repeat, take the picture of pollinators and think the difference. Yeah, get the difference. Who actually polluted your area? Try to take the snap, try to make them and try to show those snap to the others. Don't do that. That's also the part of the climate action, because we are actually uh, damage our climate, damage our nature by our human nature. Don't do that. And yes, lastly, I would like to introduce a global Earth challenge app for your community. There's a lot of software engineer are there and here. Even you can also make your software through the AI, right? So make a software that is the global arts challenge that is also being a part of the climate action. So I think all of my sharing, I think something is very different one. So thank you so much, my dear sister, for giving me the floor. And thank you so much to all of you. Trust me, nature gave us a lot of things with ultimate amount of things. So try to give us feedback as much as we can. Don't stop yourself. Do action right at the time for the human, for the nature, as well as for the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. That was really a wonderful talk and such a great initiatives, like such great tips that you were giving. And it was really great to listen to a youth activist with so many, you told about so many measures that we can take every day, in fact, to make this earth, like we are talking about Earth Day celebration, about protecting our Mother Earth. So that was really great that's coming from you. Thank you for joining us and thank you for sharing your views with us. And I would like to invite another speaker, Prakash Bhatkar from India. Prakash sir. Prakash sir, are you there? Prakash sir. Okay, I think he's not there. So I can see him in the list. Okay, with this, I would like to call upon the next speaker, Dr. R.K. Dwivedi, sir. Okay, I think, I don't know, a session. Ashwini Pansare, ma'am, are you there? Are you there in the meeting? Ashwini, ma'am?
Yes, hello, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, please go ahead.
Yes, shall I start, ma'am?
Okay, okay. Yes, please start.
Yes, very good evening, all of you. I am the principal of Bal Seva English Medium School, myself, Dr. Ashwini Pansare, working in the field of administration since 6 years and the entire teaching experience 14 plus years. It's a really wonderful opportunity to share my views on account of yesterday's Earth Day celebration. We all know that why we are celebrating Earth Day. See, the preserve and cherish the pale blue dot, the only home we have ever known. Why we are celebrating the different kind of Earth Day activities in our school, in our professional level, or we can say in society or in community. So, which are the best practices over there? It encourages us to reflect on what we are doing to make our planet a more sustainable and livable spaces. So, if the earth is what we all have in common, it's a Earth Day. I wonder if we can plant more number of trees than the people for a change because it gives us the fresh atmosphere. It gives us more and more life. There are no passengers on spaceship Earth. We are all crew. So the Earth is what we all have in common. Now, just as per, if we gone through the CBSE circular, or we can say not only in CBSE but all kind of board, what our education system tells, what in that education system, Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji sir told us that about Global 20. What is that Global 20? Whatever the activities we can conduct on a school level, college level, professional level, or in a community. So that kind of activities look deep into the nature, and then only you will understand everything is the better. So look deep into the nature, and then you will know how the atmosphere, how the environment, how the surrounding is better. So on earth we can understand what are the natural words and what's in its a source, not only a great curiosity but the great fulfillment. Earth is a blue planet. We all know that. So, what kind of wealth of the nation in its air, water, soil, forest, minerals, rivers, lakes, ocean? It's all like a scenery beauty, wildlife habitat, and biodiversity. So everything in its our hands to maintain our biodiversity, because all know that for survival of biotic factors, we also necessary all kind of abiotic factors. At the same time, we all have to maintain the pollution control. We all have to think the betterment of society, not only for the economic growth, not only for the digital economy, but at the same time we have to think about the natural interest, means environmental balance, biodiversity. So we can say how we can save the earth. See, let us permit the nature to have her way. We understand our business better than we do. Likewise, also, we have all have to maintain the earth, because our planet is precious and only we can save it. So that's why without earth, no one will take the birth. So thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity, Ravi Shankar Sarji. And thank you all of you on this great platform to hear from all the eminent expertise. And it's a really wonderful event on account of Earth Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And it was actually inspiring words coming from an inspiring lady. As I have always observed, you always speak from heart. And that's really a special thing about you. Thank you very much for the wonderful words, and thank you very much for joining with us and making this Earth Day conference a great success.
Thank you.
I would like to call upon another speaker, Ayasu Kosi John. So, yes, he's there. Yes, sir. Please take over the stage.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are listening from. Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity to talk about the earth, our home. It's a beautiful thing that God has given to us. I've listened to the speakers talking about climate change, the depletion of the ozone layer, reusable energy, educating the children, planting of trees. I want to take it from that planting of tree. My name is Ayasu Kosi John. I'm from Togo, but I live in Nigeria. In my country, Togo, we have a special day that we use solely to plant trees. That is 1st of June. The government of Togo have selected that day because June happened to be a time when there is at least a level of rainfall from that month to 3 or 4 months. You know how a rain must fall during that time. So that 1st June of every year, everybody from students to men and women on the street have to plant a tree. In fact, it is a holiday selected a national holiday that we used to observe. Now, listening to all the speakers, we talk about how to save the earth. I want to take it from another angle. Now, every house have a builder. Yes, when we see any house, we know that there is someone definitely who built that house. The house cannot sprout from the ground and stand on its own. When we see a beautiful house, everything is there. Talk about water system, electricity, all the electronic gadget that we need to enjoy ourselves is there. Can we reasonably say this house comes on its own? No. There must be someone who built the house. Now, the earth, the old book, the oldest book, that is the scripture, the holy book, said, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, telling us that there is someone who created the earth for us. If you see how the earth is created, you will know that God intends to give us happiness. He wants us to be happy. That is why even before creating man and woman to procreate and fill the earth, he has created the earth. He says that everything that we will need to survive, everything we will to enjoy our must be creating man and woman. So now, how are we using this gift that God has given to us? This beautiful and splendid store that God also that we can take whatever we need from it, feed ourselves, clothe ourselves. How are we using it? This call to morale. Now, every gadget we see on earth has a manual that will tell us how to use it so that it will last for us. Do we have any manual that we can use so as to see how we can use the air to satisfaction and also to please the giver of it? Yes, we have the holy books, name it. If we read through all these holy books, we will see that we are doing some things today that don't please the of the tenants using. For instance, think of violence everywhere on the earth. Is the creator of the earth happy seeing people violent everywhere? Quality is rampant. And when we talk about our greed, greed is consuming the earth today. As the harmful gas emission, what bring it about? It is greed of men. Yes, there are many creativities or many things that they are creating, they are bringing about that we are enjoying. But at the same time, the behind all these things is greed. So, individually, what are we to do? Let's try as much as we can to live a morally free, clean life. Yes, it's only when we are doing this we can also imbibe it into a moral life, free from violence, free from immorality, and from every other vices that are ruining the earth today. Once upon a time, there was a world filled of violence that God could not take it again, but had to take action. All of us read about it and cleanse the earth that time. Now the earth is to that stage. We are not saying or preaching that God is coming to the earth, but individually we can see the harm we are causing to the earth because of our way of life. So what do we need to do? Let's change the way we live. Let's listen to the Creator, the way He wants us to live our lives. It's only when we are doing this that we can also inculcate it into our children. They are the future. Look at how things are going today. Our health secure, for our children secure. What type of life are we teaching them to live on the earth? The earth is not active or is not a person. It is we that are humans that God created the earth that will make it a better place. So we put into action all the things we have been listening to for 3 days now, put them into action. And also, let's try as much as possible to live a life free of greediness. Yes, we are too greedy, we spoil the earth. Life free of immorality, and life free of falseness. So if we do this, we can also inculcate it into our children and the earth. Thank you.
Yes, so thank you very much, sir. That was really great and inspiring words, and it was great listening to you and the initiatives that you have been taking. And we have one more speaker, Faiza Pradhan, ma'am. I would like to welcome Faiza, ma'am, on the stage. Ma'am, please take over the virtual stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Eid Mubarak to all. And thank you very much, Idym organization, for inviting me on our Art World Day. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, you are audible. Yes, you are audible, ma'am.
As already all my beautiful panelists talked about all these issues and how we can preserve art. So yeah, I will have to pick some other point to shed lights on it. First thing, the art, the world, we need to preserve and save and go green to keep it healthy for ourselves and for our next generation. The way we need to eat, sleep, rest, everything, the same way art also has life. So it's required the same thing. So mostly we have to focus on that ocean life, biodiversification, ecosystem, recycling, and saving water, and the energy consumption. The way we are using all this energy, the more we consume, the more carbon dioxide we are releasing to our point. This art also need to release those stress and that tension, and we need like more that it is capable to take. That's the time when natural calamity and on sort of disasters we all face. For if we focus on past few years or 3 years in USA, Spain, and Canada, you will see the hurricanes, how they washed away 200 homes in USA. Then Spain, the heat, the way the heat increased, people were boiling. And in Canada, we have witnessed that almost 1,000 houses has been, burned into that dangerous fire from the forest and all. And all the business person I want to address here, you will see that they always focus on making money. Of course, we need to focus on making money because money is a powerful tool for mankind's life, that we need to buy things and survive things. At the same time, any business that we are planning to do, we need to keep it in our concern and our mindset that the consequences of that action, is it good for the long run? Is it gonna add value to the life and to the world? And chopping off the forest isn't a good idea. So once we're losing that, the balance of our art in ocean life and forest and all the land that anywhere we are raising high-rise building or digging factories and all, we don't look for that long run. That's where I think all blockages are here that today we all are facing. and teaching kids. And another thing that all the institute, the schools, they actually should start injecting this education from early age. It's very important. Of course, from family, friends, they will learn, but the school has to take a big responsibility to award those kids to understand its importance, how we can save our world for us and for the next generation. Seeding these good thoughts, it's the right time. And we cannot wait for another day that, okay, we're gonna plan tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. Whatever we have, it is now. And whatever the elements we have, we need to act now. And the world branded industry, I want to address them here, because you see any high-end brand, what they do, they basically using the skin of variety of animal species, tigers, deers, and all it is. This industry actually playing a vital role not to continue and using animal skins. So they can play another vital role to contribute and preserve our earth to go green and making it healthy and happier by choosing natural other substitute ingredients, which is biodegradable. And fashion industry, what they are doing, that are synthetic fabrics and colors, the procedure of production, it's very harmful for the society, for the environment, and for the people. So I think here they can play a vital role to choose right fabrics and way to increase their fashion industry and design, which is good for people and their skin as well. Another point I would like to address here, which is that ecosystem, how we can revive that ecosystem. You see, the way this generation and our whole world is running on energy. Everyone is online, everyone is on phone, everyone is on laptop, or every organization is online. When we are talking about to go green and to focus on energy consumption and reduce all these things and go for recycle and all, we need to add up our solar system parallelly, so that by gradually, taking it in our concern and making it our habit to use less energy, and trying to source all the alternative ways to, produce more energy. That's how I think we can bring that balance in our art. And it will, it's not going to happen over the night. We'll need some time to organize all these things. Another point here I'd like to address, the climate education. Everything is interconnected. Only planting one plant is not enough. There are so many other aspects of saving the earth, which is climate change, climate actions. You see, once you block one area, the tension, the ambience we hamper of our natural sources and growth, that is gonna affect other side. So we need to maintain it in a balancing way, so that we do not create any violence or any kind of unrest to the atmosphere, so that we all can sustain a healthy way. There is another point that I would like to address here. Previously, all my panelists, they talked about how we can, omit all these things and look for a way out. I think this way out depends on every individual and how we can reach all the individuals, because at some point, if we look our mass people, they might not have that educational flexibility and opportunities, or to learn or listen to all this conversation and summits through internet or books, how we can reach them. I think that is another point, an area that we all should work from our own place and reach those people, even 10 people or 100 people, and bringing that awareness into their mind, and taking a responsible action will be the right move at this point, because only one person, only educator, only a knowledgeable person cannot make this happen. We all have to invite kids, even all mothers who are sitting at home, they contribute a lot. So everyone is a part of this, and we cannot deny it that we need all our helps hand in hand to save our home, save our earth, and go green. Today, yeah, that's it for today. Thank you very much for having me. Hello.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for joining with us. And with this, I would like to call upon another speaker, Amajiri Vishwanath from India.
Good warm evening. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Very good warm good evening and good morning across the globe who are watching wonderful program to celebrate Earth Day 2023, organizing by Uniting Dreams of Young Minds Foundation. I convey first of all much gratitude Foundation founder, Engineer Ravi Shankar brother, and today's host, Dr. Anjum Qureshi ma'am, for giving me opportunity for sharing my views on Earth Day. All the speakers are already told how to protect and why to protect our Earth. In this context, I would like to share view small things and small steps for protecting our Mother Earth. Earth Day is celebrated across the globe to protect our Earth, and this time also to protect and conserve our Earth for providing to all the resources for next generation and to present generation also. To protect and conserve our planet Earth, we have to take some steps like stop pollution, or most probably not possibly for stopping. Then we have to reduce the as possible as the entire the pollution. And second one is go green and plant more. That means we have to plant more and more. If possible, take at least one plant for every month to plant and reduce the global temperature and increase the greenery system on our planet Earth. Third one is we have to follow the triple R system. And from my side, I added another R. That means RRR is reduce, recycle, reuse. Another thing is repeat. We have to repeat again all 3 hours. Then only we can control and you can balance the ecosystem on our planet Earth. If you use or you recycle something one, then again it will left at the last stop. Again and again, we have to repeat this chain system circle as a repeat option. So I added the fourth R is one is R repeat. So we have to take the all the 4R technique. Again, fourth step one is we have to take and follow some decisions like take fruits or take uncooked food at least once in a 15 days. That means it will reduce the consumption and all this, especially cooking where we are using the different fuels and gas systems for this. So if you take the at least 15 days once to taking the food without boiling the food, it will have help to reduce the conserve the all the fuels on our planet Earth. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, sir. And yes, of course, like you mentioned about the fourth art that we have acted to reduce, recycle, and reuse is the art that we have added repeat. So it's really great thing, a unique thing to listen to you. Thank you very much, sir, for joining with us. And with this, I would like to call upon the next speaker, Prakash Bhavkar, sir, from India.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir. Please go
Am I
ahead.
audible?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
we are celebrating this Earth Day. I'm very happy to be part of this event. I'm thankful to IDYMF and all the team. Though we are celebrating this Earth Day, we are all fortunate to be a part of this planet. And as we are celebrating Earth Day, we have to keep in mind that because of Earth, we are all living. This is the only planet in the solar system which has got the environment and plant life as well as the water system. So because of all this, we are all living and we have to protect this earth as a priority. If we do not protect, then at one day we will be on the verge of extinction. So when I teach to the students, I always feel that we are the ones who have created the problems on the earth. And now we are on the way to find the solutions. Now, when we have created the problems, again go to the solutions. Why should we create the problems? For example, we have destroyed the greenery of this earth, which gives us the oxygen. Now, the carbon dioxide is increasing, heat is increasing, heart attacks are increasing, the pollution is increasing. The human is responsible for this. So, it is not the Earth Day to be celebrated only on this day. Every day, we need to keep in mind that Earth is very important planet, and we have to take care of this Mother Earth. If we do not, it will be very a problem. And we are facing the problem acutely each and every day, every moment, and we will be facing as long as we are not going to control our behavior, our population, and the way we are dealing with this planet. We are having education system. Human is the most educated person, most intelligent person on this planet. And what are we doing? We're destroying this planet and then celebrating this planet day. So it's my request for all the educators to see that we are all part of the system, and we have to bring in some moment wherein the generations to come will be able to sustain the life. We are destroying the life at the most important point at this time. So it is very important for us to understand why this system has come to the this stage. That is because of the development, intelligence, and we are going more and more ahead of it. India is one of the highly populated nation of the world. Where were we earlier and where are we now? 75 years ago. So this way, if we are going to develop, all the world's population is going to go ahead. It is very difficult for us to go extra mile, and even the generations to come are going to face a lot of problems. On the contrary, we are cutting the trees to build the tree buildings, installments, and to other side, we want the educationists to teach about the how the what is the extent of the planet, what uh, what is the importance of oxygen, what is the importance of planets, these plants, how the photosynthesis takes place. Where are we going ahead? One day there will be no photosynthesis because the plants are not available. When I look at my city, I'm very horrified that it's very difficult to imagine once upon a time this was a greener planet. And the population is rising to so much of extent that one fine day, being a social science teacher, I will have to show them this is what is the tree, this is what is the plant, this is what are the leaves, and this is what gave us oxygen. And now where are we? We are carrying cylinder with us to the school instead of the water bottles because oxygen is not there. Where are we going to plant the trees when place is not there? Already we have less place. One fourth of the planet is occupied by the land. One fine day we might be having installments, houses, in the oceans also, or floating in the sky. So being Earth Day not only for a single limited day, single limited hours, I would feel that every moment we should be conscious that my mother I have to save and I have to save myself. Thank you all for being here and giving me opportunity to be a part of it. Thank you, Anju ma'am.
Thank you, Prakash, sir. It was great listening to you. And as you started, yes, we are trying to find solutions to so many problems. We are talking about climate change, we are talking about global warming and all. But these problems have actually been created by us. So that's a really a great thing which I learned from you. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining and thank you for sharing your views with us. And with this, I would like to call upon our next speaker, Ruben Gelsia. He has joined us from Peru. So welcome, sir. Welcome on the stage. Welcome on our platform. Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Well, hello everyone. Great for you and for me and for everybody to celebrate the World, the Planet Day, so the Earth Day. But here we have to stop to meditate that the Earth is the only place we know of in the universe that can support human life. Yet human activities are progressively making the planet less fit to live on. Current attempts by a quarter of the world's people to carry on consuming 2/3 of the world's resources and by half of the people simply to stay alive are destroying the very means by which all people can survive and prosper. Everywhere, fertile soil is either built or on or blasted into the sea. Otherwise, renewable resources are exploited beyond recovery, and pollutants are thrown like wrenches into the machinery or climate, the machinery of climate. As a result, the planet's capacity to support people is being irreversibly reduced at the very time when rising human numbers and consumption are making increasingly heavy demands on it. So, what do we have to stop to meditate on this? Because we have not yet learned to live with the one indispensable feature of our world, the biosphere. The thin covering of the planet that contains and sustains life. The failure has led to a virtually permanent reduction in the productive and generative capacities of the Earth. We have reached a turning point at which, depending on how we act, matters will be resolved for better or worse. We are confronted with a climate in the sense that human beings now have to live on a planet whose carrying capacity for all practical purposes of irreversibly less now than it was previously. Unless concerted action is taken immediately, there will be a further decline in the planet's capacity to support its population. Subsequent generations will be left a sorry heritage, less productive land, less diversity, less room for maneuver, fewer options, more people. The decision is not one we can postpone or ignore. Doing nothing is itself a decision to allow the world to be much less fruitful and promising place than that into which we were born. So, the way to save the world is to invent and apply patterns of development that also conserve the living resources essential for human survival and well-being. Living resource conservation is often thought of and treated as a specialized and somewhat limited activity. But in fact, it is a process that cuts across and must be incorporated in all human activities. For this to be achieved, each of us will have radically to reorientate our view of the world and of our place to roll in it. Meanwhile, it is essentially that conservation and development be fully integrated without delay to ensure that in their quest for a higher quality of life, people protect those parts of the biosphere that need protecting and modify the rest only in ways that it can sustain. For this, we need a world conservation strategy. Lots of regards from Lima, Peru. Thank you for the invitation, and let me tell you goodbye as I started my speech with the song of Michael Jackson's Heal the World.
Thank you.
A better world for you and for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Idym. So it was great listening to you. Of course, that you're talking about, yes, we have to look after, we have to make this world a better place so that we and our future generations to come, it should be a place where we can live peacefully. Thank you very much for joining, and thank you very much for taking out your precious time for this wonderful conference. And with this, I would like to call upon, yes, so thank you. I would like to call upon another speaker, Dr. R.K. Dwivedi. Dr. Raghavendra Kumar Dwivedi.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, please. I called him even earlier.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Just switch on your camera. Yes, now it's okay. Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your great presence to conduct such a wonderful event. Since last 3 days it's going on, and more than, I think, 150, 160 speakers have already spoken. So I will not take much more time. Only a few lines I would like to read here, which I think what I can say, what Earth is asking us from us. The message is from our Earth, Motherland, is asking what message is there from our Motherland. So this occasion, this auspicious occasion, what message is that Mother Earth is clearly using a call to action. Nature is suffering, oceans filing with the plastics and turning more and acidic. Extreme here, heat, wildfires and floods have affected millions of people. Even these days, we are still trying to get back on track of a worldwide health pandemic linked to the health of our ecosystem. The continuous climate changing, man-made changes to nature, as well as climate that disrupt biodiversity, such as deforestation, land use changes, intensifying the agriculture and livestock production on the growing illegal wildlife trade, can accelerate the speed of destruction of the planet. This is the second Mother Earth Day, celebrated within the UN decade on ecosystem rotation. Ecosystem support all life on the earth. The health there our ecosystems are healthier, the planet and its people. Restoring our damaged ecosystem will help to end from poverty, combat climate changes, and prevent mass extinction. But we will only succeed if everyone play a part of the role. For this International Mother Day, let us remind ourselves more than even that we need a shift to a more sustainable economy and that work for the both people and planet. Let's promote harmony with the nature and the earth. Join the globe movement to restore the world. Let us, there are multiple feasible and effective options to reduce greenhouse gases emission and adapt to human causes climate changes, and they are available now according to the UN climate change report background. So in this way, mother, our Dharti Ma, is asking us to let us change our mindset and start working on it. I'm sure with the collective efforts, what we feel to give a gift to the mother to do the plantation, and IDYM has taken the initiative to do the plantation as much as possible. I am sure by this message, everyone who's even in the world is there. If they start planting one tree in a month or 12 trees in a year, so by the 10 years, at least 100 plants they can do plantation. And let us take an oath to do the plantation every year, every month, and also join your family members. So one day our mother will be happy, and it will also give us the good climate and also good natural environment. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Idym. Namaste.
Thank you so much, sir. And like you started, like the words that the Mother Earth has to say for us, that was really great. That was a really great thing that you told, because sometimes we think that what we are doing, what we can be doing, and what we have to do next. But of course, we don't feel like, okay, Mother Earth must be feeling so and so about us. Thank you very much. And I would like to call upon the next speaker, Dr. Ishtiaq Ahmed, sir, from India.
Thank you, ma'am. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, good morning to one and all present here. Specifically, Eid Mubarak to the whole world, wherever we have celebrated the Eid yesterday, day before yesterday in Saudi, and wherever it is there. The word Earth Day stands for exactly either you protect the earth or utilize the earth in a different ways. When I was hearing to so many educators just now, I saw them talking about the protecting of the earth. Now today I am here to say a few words how you can utilize the earth, land, soil in a different format. I'm very happy to hear from Engineer Ravi sir, and today happened to be he was there in Pune, and I could meet him physically after 3 years. I am there in this particular organization right from the inception of this organization, and virtually we were seeing each other. Today happened to be meeting him and understanding his futuristic plans, understanding exactly what he is going to give it to the society. He himself is telling, I don't want anything. Bhagwan ki kripa se, Allah ke karam se, I have everything with me. So I am here only to promote something or the other to the society. And one thing I remember what he told today, each and everybody in his family is there in the army, but he could not because of some technical problem, some physical problem of his, which I don't want to disclose here. So he said, okay, that hurted me very badly. And then I decided, if not on the earth directly, why not indirectly? I can share my views. I can help the poor, needy people. I can help the educators, even though he is there in the engineering department, but he is connecting with all the educators and bringing back. So let me come down to the point how you can utilize it. Yes, the earth is on the depletion level. The population is increasing. The demands are increasing. The pollution is increasing. That is why there is a depletion of the earth. So whatever the earth, the soil, the land is there with us, why not we can utilize it in a different format? Like for example, my school is located in a lush green area where I have lots of land empty, where I am thinking of why not let me utilize this thing, and I have utilized it in a different format. Like today is the form where the children are not ready to eat any kind of leafy vegetables or the vegetables which can be grown directly in the earth on the earth. So everybody is going for the uh, we can call it as pizza, fast food. Let us use the word fast food or the junk food. But is it the fault of the children or it is the fault of the Mother Earth? What exactly? There's a huge big question mark on that. So why not let us utilize and then make aware the students itself? Okay, wherever, whatever the earth, the land, the soil is there with us, we can utilize it in a different format. Why not? We will utilize it for the sake of small kind of a farming and grow small little vegetables. Let's use the word leafy vegetables and the other vegetables also, which can be got utilized in their own family itself. Now, for example, I'm utilizing the land and the soil in my own school where I am growing uh, leafy vegetables. I'm growing brinjals. I'm growing tomato. I'm growing lots of flowers also. Chilies are also there in that. And I've got papaya. Lots of papayas are also there in that. So all these things, as and when the seasons are changing according to that seasons, I myself as well as my housekeeping department, they help each other and then come down to the earth and the soil and then grow certain things where my staff as well as others, they utilize those vegetables in their day-to-day life. It is not only the staff. We try to do this thing with the help of the students. We try to bring about the awareness in the students how you can utilize the land which is used, which is usable for uh, cultivation, for the farming on a smaller scale, not on a larger scale, on a smaller scale. Every day, each class, each section gets the chance to go and water those small plants. Every time the teacher also feels free to go and water those plants. And then when we see that the vegetables are getting ripened, and we try, our gardener goes and then tries to remove everything and then uh, donates it to the poor people and donates it to the people those who are in need of that. That way, what is happening, our children are getting aware of all these things. See, if you, I personally feel, if you want to start with all these things, we should start first with the children, because we have seen our life long back, and then now the children are seeing the life without vegetables. They are going in the market and eating all this junk food and everything. So we feel sorry for that, because of which the obesity is increasing. And why not let us try to make this awareness, bring about this kind of awareness in the students. So that is what I personally feel. Let us utilize the land or the soil which is available with us. Let it be in your own house also, let it be in your own society where you stay, let it be in your environment, or let it be in your school. To start first with the school, you have got lot many people, lot many students there with you. So let us try and utilize this particular land and the soil for the sake of awareness in the students, where the students need to be mentally and physically fit instead of becoming obese in their own life. That's all to say from my side. Thank you, Shukriya. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, of course, like you were saying, we as an educator, we have a great opportunity that we should be spreading awareness among the students, and through that we can just attain the motto that we are actually working upon now, like making a livable planet, and the damage that has been caused to the earth by us. Somewhere we can contribute to actually stop the damage more. So that's a really great concern. And like you were telling about the initiatives you have taken in your school, that's a great thing to know. Thank you for the initiative. And if you all educators work in that way, then surely we will have a planet which will be really, it will be a great place to live in, and our future generations can live better and they can remain healthy.
That's
Thank
thank
you,
you.
sir, for joining with us, and thank you
Thank you.
for sharing your views with us. And Poonam Upadhyay, ma'am, are you there? Poonam, ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, please. Please, we are waiting to hear from you. Poonam, ma'am.
One. Hello, Namaste. I'm Poonam Upadhyay. I'm from Mumbai, India, and as it's we are celebrating the Earth Day. Uh, I'm really very grateful to IDYM Foundation for this platform and Anjum Qureshi ji for just taking this program so long and helping all the speakers to speak and do all the justice to whatever we want to speak about. So my talk is very short, and it's about how we are contributing. It's a very simple thing that we know about carbon footprints, how our things or the way activity which we are doing is spoiling the mother earth. So as a individual, what are we contributing to the society? What are we doing towards that? That is one of the major concern need of the hour, where we need to focus upon. And this can only come when we are more mindful and more conscious about what actions we are doing. And when we are more conscious, automatically it will not help us in our habitual process, but definitely it is a cycle which will help each and every people around, which will help them and us to take the positive steps toward the earth or the mother earth and to ourselves. So few pointers as a self what we can do, I will be sharing here, which is as I told you, being more mindful and conscious of what actions we are doing. Supposing, like, if we know about footprints, then there are carbon emissions. So we have to be, we can be consciously reduce our carbon emission by seeing that what are the factors which are increasing the carbon emissions in our surroundings. Second is, then if it is more, then how to reduce that, how we can work on it. So in that process, what will happen, we will be using more of equipments or products which do not emit more of carbon, if we are using electricity and the simple things which shows that how stars they are, and with that manner we can reduce that things and use the products which are less harmful to the environment, so that it is helpful to us too. And if you are using now there are many options available, as we are seeing speakers who are so conscious in changing the world, changing the environment. instead of using the natural products, we can switch to which is more convenient to our nature. So we have now electric bikes, which are not actually using electric bikes, scooters, cars, which are not using that emissions. The emissions are reduced by that. So why not to switch to that? If we are working in an office, then what is the like electricity in the form of air condition? It is required, and we cannot deny that fact. But yes, we can put that limitations that where we need to stop and how we have to act forward. And this all things can come in picture in place only when we are conscious about our own decisions. What are we making? And being that conscious, to come to that conscious state, we need to keep ourselves calm and more mindful, as I said earlier. And that will help us to move forward in the direction, right? And that can only come when we do certain self check for our own self, like uh, meditation or keeping calm is one of that factor which we need to work upon. As one of the coach where we work upon mind, body, and emotions, I realize that most of us are not conscious. That's why we don't know what are we doing, where are we heading towards. So once that thing is cleared out, automatically other thing factors can be worked upon. And is it so difficult to do that? Is it so difficult to take the first step? No, it is not so, right? How it is? At least in whole day, 10 minutes we can take out where we are actually working on the things which we want to, and keeping ourselves really calm and composed and doing nothing, literally doing nothing, because that will give us that energy to perform and to, and we will not be deviated for what we need to do. So that consciousness will connect us to the nature, to the mother earth, and then it will help us to take positive steps towards that. So that is what is I want to say, because I got connected to mother earth in the similar manner. So just sharing my experience. Thank you. I just finished my talk. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. And yes, of course, as you said, we have to be calm. Firstly, that's what we have to learn. Because we have been talking about so many things, but it is again about how the choices that we are making, how we are making selections, how we are selecting a particular thing. That's really very important. And that was a great message. Thank you, ma'am, for joining, and thank you for sharing your views. And yes, I think with this we come to the end of our conference. And even and this meeting, if I have left any of the speakers, please you can just talk. You can just express your views. And even if this left, I think I have completed all of them. It's still by mistake. Okay, I think so. We can. With this, we come to the end of the 3-day World Earth Conference, World Earth Day Conference being organized by a different group of companies. I would like to thank each and every speaker who joined with us, because without their wonderful talks and presentations, it wouldn't have been possible to say that it was a very great conference. And yes, it was great listening to all of you and learning from all of you, I can say. And special gratitude to the person without whom this conference wouldn't have been possible. And of course, it is the founder of Idym Group of Companies, Engineer Ravi Shankar sir. And of course, the CEO, Dino Lasmi and Zenith ma'am. I would like to thank both of them, and also once again all of us who have joined. Thank you, one and all.
Give me a minute if you allow me. Give me a minute if you allow me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So first of all, I would like to thank Anjum ma'am, without which कहते हैं कि शुक्र अदा करना खुदा के सामने बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी होता है कि from last so many months I can say, and these 3 months though you were there, even though it was an Eid yesterday, but still you were there busy with all the educators, all the speakers. So on behalf of all the speakers, I take an opportunity to thank you for each and every kind of efforts. Your dedication, your devotion is seen right from so many months, and it was beyond the education also. I remember I started, I think it was me, the first one or
Yes.
the second principal when we started this.
Yeah.
From that day onwards, I'm seeing you every day. You're there with the IDYM. And today it was a huge conversation happening with me and the engineer Ravi sir. And he was really praising you like anything. So खुदा करे आप जो है हमेशा सेहतमंद रहे, ताकि ये IDYM को आपका जो वक्त दिया जा रहा है अल्लाह उसको कबूल करे. And thank you very much for your lovely, lovely words and conducting this for so long. Staying till 10:50 in India is not a joke, right?
Yeah.
From starting from 7 o'clock. So that means continuously 5 hours. Now you are seeing the watch. That means you were engrossed in the program in such a way that आपने time भी नहीं देखा, वक्त भी नहीं देख पाया था. Great, thank you. Salute to you and your dedication and the devotion. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Great to the Dinul Asmi and her mother. Both of them are giving technical support like anything. 5 hours continuously sitting and completing this part is not a joke. And Ravi sir, today I think he's there in Pune. I remember today my background also. You can see him standing there in that police research center. We were there, and a lot of things I learned from him. Even though I am the principal of the school, I did not see that, but he's the person who has got a lot many things in him. Positivity is found, and the way he is running this show right from last 3 to 4 years is amazing. Every day, every point of time, he has something or the other in his mind going on for the educators to bring them on one platform, and really is doing a wonders. And he has decided to conduct a physical program there in Pune itself. He will be deciding the date and let us know exactly. And indirectly, he has told me, sir, we will try to do it on 10th of September. He'll be coming to Pune. So that's the vision he is having. He's trying to capture everywhere the educators and then bring some kind of a change in the education department. Salute to him. Salute to IDYM from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much. Love this.